are we headed into a recession? Yes, that's the message that I keep getting. Inboxes about what do we need to do. Let me tell you what I told my staff. I sent them a bonus with their pay period, with their paycheck, specifically for a few things: pantry staple items, rice and beans, pasta, spaghetti sauce, canned tuna or tuna packs if you eat that, or canned chicken breasts, whatever you eat. That's pantry staple, vegetables, canned goods, those kinds of things. I don't have a whole lot of canned goods just because we usually don't eat canned goods. We eat frozen vegetables. So my kids aren't necessarily acclimated. I do have some, but not a whole lot. So buy what your family, eats. If you don't eat spam, it ain't gonna do you no good to go get a case of spam just because it's on sale. Like, don't do that. We're only doing necessary spending. Also, I cut my subscriptions. So I think we may have one thing left, and that's specifically for the kids, but I don't even watch TV. Why we have like hundreds of dollars in different, like HBO and Disney and Hulu and yeah, all of that. We don't have that any. Well, most of them we're paying it throughout. But anyway, those will be cut off by the end of the month, I'm sure. So I'm trying to save money any way that I can. So I'm not doing unnecessary spending. Stockpiling toothpaste and lotion, deodorant. Like, aluminum is in deodorant. We import that from Canada, a lot of it. And if you don't wear aluminum if you don't have the aluminum in your deodorant, that's good for you. Stay away from me, because I don't know what that aluminum does, but yeah, we need that aluminum. So that part, I am growing a garden from Dollar Tree. I'm gonna have to do some content on that, but also, because I've cut off all these subscriptions, I am making sure that my children, I bought a whole bunch of books. I like Barnes and Nobles and books. Like, I like to read. And also, I read to my children frequently. They read to me, that kind of thing. But I actually invested in some books, like, because I knew that was going to be our pastime. Because I wanted, number one, I don't want them to get used to being entertained, like watching an iPad or TV all the time. But also, I know if something happens and we need to be at the house, we not going to sit in front of the TV. So I'm getting them acclimated to doing things. So they've been outside with me in the garden every day, just looking at our little Dollar Tree seedlings and watering. And then the other day I made mashed potatoes, so we took the mashed potato peels out to the lake. So I am getting activities done, like doing things with them, so that they are not just waiting to be entertained, so that they are actually involved in activities. That also, I told them about clothing. Like, my children are grown like a week. My son had on a little short set the other day. I asked him if it was my daughter's, because where them shorts going? Why are they up so high? He's tall, and it was from last year. Yeah, like, we got to get some clothes. So those are things that I told them. I reminded them about that. Shoes, underwear, like staple items that your family will need if your children are growing, or if you are growing, because some of us are growing. Go ahead and get whatever you can before everybody has already updated their prices. I was in the grocery store yesterday. They were updating the prices on the doggone laundry detergent. I thought they was moving the inventory. They said, no, we just got a new rate sheet. We're just getting everything up already today the first day. It was just midnight. It's 11 o'clock and y'all up in here changing the prices. So some stores that maybe the laundry detergent was just going up. I don't know. It was 3 people on that one aisle though. So anything you can get now before $1.25 become $2 tree, then that's what I would get. And I would cut out any unnecessary spending. And for me, that looks like subscriptions. We don't, we got a whole bunch of kids, so we ain't doing a whole lot of extra stuff. But that looks like, subscriptions for me, going through my bank statement, seeing exactly what it is we're spending money on. And what can I live without? Those are the things that I've been doing to prepare for where we are. Oh, and water. We don't have nearly enough water. We do need to get some more. And I got a dehydrator. I got the dehydrator like last year or something. I just plugged the doggone thing up like 2 months ago. But if you do not have a dehydrator, you can dehydrate fruits and vegetables in the oven. You don't have to use a dehydrator. Like, a freeze dryer is just completely out the question for me right now, unless somebody gives one to me. But a dehydrator, you can I made onion powder the other day. Like, I literally went and bought a coffee grinder specifically so that I would because I'm growing onions, and I had some that I needed to freeze dry or dehydrate, and I did. And so now I know how to make onion powder. So yeah, those are the simple things that I'm doing in preparation for where we are. Hope it helps.
So what are some things you should stock up for a recession? Now, as we know, stocking up can be quite stressful, but it's definitely necessary during recessions or times of any hardships. Now, what do you want to buy? You want to buy things that are going to last you a long time. This includes bottled water. You also want food, maybe some canned foods, some packaged foods, rice, potatoes, beans. These are all really good stuff. It's going to keep you filled up, and it's also going to be quite cheap for a meal. Now, a lot of people do like to shop at Aldi's and Costco, and it's also always good to buy in bulk if you can. You can get some pretty cheap meats at Costco, and if you have a freezer, make sure you save that in the freezer, and then you can use that as time goes on. But you really want to stock up on water. You want to avoid a lot of sweets, any junk food. Make sure you're getting things that are going to make you full, are a little bit nutritious, of course, and don't always try to buy the brand names. Maybe you're at Walmart, you don't have to get the nice brand name, you can get the Walmart brand. That's going to save you a little bit of bucks, and especially in this economy, we need to save as much money as we can, build our emergency funds, because we just don't know what's going to come next. Maybe things will get better this year, or maybe things will get worse. We always have to prepare for the worst so we're not getting surprised and in an uncomfortable position. Let me know in the comments down below and take a look at the rest of these stories.
Here are some recession indicators, just in case you needed a couple. These pre-loved luxury bag websites being advertised more than usual is a recession indicator. The girl you absolutely hated from high school now baking cinnamon buns at her house and selling them for $30 a bun. Courthouse weddings. Everyone becoming a financial expert. Everyone having a cousin that works in real estate. Michaela Noguera not doing Angel Tree. Romanticizing Aldi's. The phrase girl dinner has stopped being ironic. Everyone bragging about their debt payoffs. Working out from home. The phrase, honestly, that's not a bad price. And lastly, your Snapchat group chats getting real quiet a week after payday.
So if you're seeing this video, you're probably on recession TikTok, or you're a bit concerned about the tariffs that are going to hit soon. In this video, I'm going to do a full breakdown of everything that I purchased. This grocery haul was around $100, no more than $110, I'll say for sure. So you can stick around, grab some ideas about what to get. These are all shelf-stable items. So let me start by saying to only purchase things that you plan on eating. Do not rush to the grocery store and stockpile on foods and panic buy stuff that you're never going to eat. You'll just end up wasting your money and your time. And in this economy, you cannot afford to waste any of your precious money. So up first is some breakfast items. You could grab some oatmeal, Quaker bars. I have instant coffee. This lasted me well over a year already. And some honey, add some cinnamon. You can get pretty creative with this. You could also make cookies from the oatmeal as well. Just get creative with what you have because you may need to stretch it out for a while. So while we're on the subject of baking, I picked up sugar and 2 types of flour, bread flour and all-purpose flour. I have a bread machine, so during the week I'd make my bread with peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Sometimes I'll have jelly and toast. You get really creative and make cookies, desserts, banana breads if you have extra banana. Get really creative with what you have. And I also picked up these cookie mixes. They were on sale. You can't go wrong. I mean, you just can't have all these shelf-stable foods and not have something sweet on hand. And here are some lunch and dinner ideas. I will start off with the soups. So I grabbed these 2 boxes of extra noodle soup. I like to add 2 or 3 eggs to these soups, and it fills me up really quickly. Lots of water and your protein in the soups. I also grab the potatoes and mac and cheese. I can have these together. I'll get full really quickly as well, or I could throw in some ground beef and have a complete meal. Also, some chicken broth. You can make so many different types of soups and stews with this. You can add the rice to it to make it more filling, some beans. Get creative with what you have in the pantry. As well as canned tuna. I absolutely love tuna. And with the bread that I'll be making, I get to save my money and make plain sandwiches with this, as well as grilled cheese sandwiches with tomato soup. And I also have the mayonnaise for the tuna as well. And then I also grabbed up 4 cans of tomato. I love to use this tomato sauce for my Spanish stews and recipes, as well as some sazon. I grabbed some extra salt because you can use salt in many different ways besides just seasoning food. So here's just the items that I've grabbed. And then I also failed to mention the Pringles. I grabbed the Pringles as a snack. They don't expire for another year, so they could be, shelf-stable for a while. Or if I want to snack on them throughout the month or the years, I have it available for me. So yeah, just $100 worth of items right here. You can grab some ideas. And just comment down below if there's anything that you think I should be getting besides this stuff.
So your food stockpile isn't always going to come at once, and you're not going to be able to buy everything at once. But when you find deals like this, and it's 25 cents, and I mean, it was 25 cents for one box, and it does taste like cornbread. What I recommend if you do find this is to go and get a bunch of them and put a banana in it, and then your family could have banana bread in the morning instead of having pancakes. They expire not until like April next year, and then fall's coming, so this will probably be a quick egg and bread breakfast for me. But yeah, I'm actually fairly frugal, and this is another kind of thing that I do is I'll buy something, I'll try it, and then I'll run back to the store the next day to see if I'm going to continue to eat it. So just in case if your Aldi's has this, I highly recommend this cornbread mix. It was 25 cents, so why not?
Come recession shopping with me. This time we're going to get medications that might be short supply or be more expensive. The first item is the acetaminophen, is the 500 milligram 100 caplets. It's only $1.99 at Kroger, so it'll be 2 cents per each one. The ibuprofen is also $1.99 for 100 tablets, or caplets, I should say. If you compare it to the Advil next to it, that one's $5.29 for 24. I'm just getting things that I use. This chest rub is $2.49 compared to $6.99 for the vapor rub. The Tussin Kroger brand is only $3.79 compared to the Robitussin for $9.99. You can also get allergy relief for a fraction of the price if you buy generic. These are sourced from other countries, so like I said, they might be short supply or they might be more expensive because they're not as readily available. And then if you compare the ingredients, the generics are usually the same ingredients, so you'll save money by buying those. And you can't forget about your kids. Even if you don't need it right now, you can just have it. Their expiration dates are usually like in a year, or just check them when you're there. And usually medication is good 6 months after. It's just not as efficient as before it expires. And this is not medical advice, it's just information. And then this hydrogen peroxide is 4 for $3. That's a really good price. And like I said, always check your expiration date and let me know what you're stocking up on.
By now, I'm sure you have all seen the videos from economists and people warning that the ports being empty are going to spell out bad news for everyday Americans, and that the shortages at the grocery store are probably going to be worse than they were during COVID times. I live in a high cost of living area in Boston, and I live alone, but I'm lucky enough to have a big pantry space, and I posted about this on my close friend's Instagram story, and a bunch of people were asking for the list of things that I was planning on buying, and so I figured that I would film my haul for TikTok to maybe give some ideas to other people who are building out their pantry. I generally keep a pretty well-stocked pantry, so for some of this, it is just replenishing things that are low or having a backup of something, and then other things are just adding to my emergency food stash in case things like meat become inaccessible. I will be transitioning to things like beans and lentils. Spend as close to $200 as possible. I think I went a little bit over, but I also got some things that I just want to have in the house because I like them and I don't want to pay higher prices for them later. Being said, I think $200 is pretty reasonable, especially living in a high cost of living area. I got a lot of stuff and I will be prepared for the next few months. So without further ado, I went to Aldi and I went to Costco. I would really recommend going to a store like Aldi to buy your canned goods because honestly, they are the cheapest that I've seen them in any area grocery store in the Boston area. With pantry essentials, I got white rice, just a bigger bag than I would normally buy to have. Got a bag of flour. Again, I'm almost out of flour, so this was more just like a restock. Got green, and I already put the red lentils away. I just need more storage containers to house my dry storage, but I have never eaten lentils regularly, so if you have any tips for how to eat them, let me know. I got some fast rising and active dry yeast. I also got a baking powder, baking soda, powdered sugar, which again is a restock, an extra thing of salt. I usually use kosher salt and I have a lot of kosher salt probably to last me the next year, but I wanted to have a backup just in case of iodized salt. Also got a backup of breadcrumbs, and I got a backup of garlic powder. I got these minced onions, which I have been watching a TikToker. Her name is Lauren. I love her. She cooks with what she has on hand. And she constantly uses minced onion in place of regular onion if she doesn't have it. So took that tip directly from her. And then I also got lemon pepper just because I don't have that. I heard that nuts are really going to be affected by the tariffs and stuff, so I picked up a bag of trail mix to have on hand. These are really cool pouches. I think I'm going to use these in like emergency situations for lunch if I don't have anything. They're a chickpea and veggie korma and a lentil and veggie tikka masala. They just heat up in the microwave. They have pretty good macros for protein and fiber, so that will be a good balanced meal with some rice. The rest of the things that I got are canned goods, so I'll go through like one of everything, but I got mostly 3 of everything, just to have. 3 felt like a good number for me. I didn't want to overbuy, but I also didn't want to underbuy, so 3 felt like a good number for me. And I got things that I know I like, but they're just like a fun treat, but I love passion fruit juice, and so these are peaches in passion fruit juice. Got a few cans of these baked beans. I love baked beans. They're great on a baked potato, like British style, and then they're also great if you want to like stretch your protein like hot dogs or sausages. I got a few cans of chunk chicken breast. You can easily make a casserole with this if you're pinched, or buffalo chicken dip can kind of serve as a meal. I got some cans of diced tomatoes with green chilies. These are great to put in recipes. Got a couple of cans of refried beans because I love them. They're great in quesadillas with tortillas and a little bit of cheese. Good complete meal. I got a couple cans of Great Northern beef, both cans of pear slices. I also got pineapple chunks, a few cans of cream of mushroom and cream of chicken. Again, these are really good in casseroles and I use them regularly. Okay, then I got a few flats of assorted things. So I got peach slices, I got corn, both regular corn and creamed corn. I got canned potatoes. I got canned carrots, green beans. I accidentally got a can of peas, which I actually hate peas, but whatever. Another can of refried beans, more. These are cannellini beans. I basically bought like one of every canned item that they had that I know that I would use. Diced tomatoes. I got tomato paste. It's really easy to make the Gigi Hadid vodka sauce pasta with just a can of paste and a pound of pasta. And then my last flat from Aldi, I got kidney beans, black beans, mixed vegetables, and then I think that's it. More green beans. So that's everything that I got canned wise. Now I'm going to show you everything that I got from Costco. The thing I got, you may be thinking is not a staple, but it's something that I like that I think might be affected by price hikes, and it's already pretty expensive. So I got another case of Red Bull. This is $38.99, but I feel like it could reach a $50 price hike, and I just am not willing to spend $50 on it. $38.99 is enough for me, so I grabbed one. I also genuinely needed toilet paper and paper towels, so I got a thing of toilet paper, just one, because I didn't want to panic buy. That lasts me a pretty long time. I think I would say like 4 to 5, maybe 6 months. And then I have used my last roll of paper towels. They didn't have any Costco brand paper towels, which is a little worrisome to me. So I had to get the Bounty, but they were pretty much the same price, same size, so I didn't mind. And I genuinely needed paper towels. Got a big jug of soy sauce. I just used my last bit of my bottle of soy sauce, and I usually just refill that bottle with this. I got 2 of these Nielsen Massey Madagascar vanilla bean paste. This is probably going to be affected by price hikes. It was already a great price, $20 for this, which if you bake or cook at all, you know, for this brand is really good. So I grabbed 2, they expire in 2028. And I got hydrogen peroxide. I'm trying to build like a first aid kit. And this is also good if you have a dog to make them throw up, which I do. If they eat something that they're not supposed to, sometimes the vet will tell you to give them hydrogen peroxide to induce vomiting. I got a big jug of maple syrup, good to bake in if you don't have sugar, good to just like add sweetness to things. Also, I got this big pack of Band-Aids, which will probably take me my whole life to get through because there's 200 Band-Aids in here. I don't even think I have a single Band-Aid in my apartment, so needed those and also just to have them to be prepared. And the last thing I got at Costco, because I'm almost out of granulated sugar, I just got the 10-pound bag of sugar, and I got the organic one because it's resaleable. That's the only reason. That's everything. I spent, like I said, about $200. I did get some other things that I'm not going to show that are just like regular groceries, so that did, you know, account for the extra cost. But I feel good. I'm gonna go put this all away, and yeah, I'm gonna be prepared to weather whatever storm comes at me with all of my beans and lentils. Also, let me know if you are doing this and you think I missed something, because I am gonna keep this like prepping going for a little bit until things peter out for the worst. So if you think I missed anything like vital, let me know.
Things I'm doing to save money in this economy 2025. As we know, everything is triple the price and the prices don't seem to be going down anytime soon. First thing that I'm doing my nails at home. I'm doing my manicure and my pedicure in my house. Yes, for special occasions, I'll go and get them done, but I don't need to be spending $70 every single month or every single 3 weeks because that's a lot. It adds up, and that could be a down payment once you add everything up. 2, I recently started cooking way more because every single time that I was eating out or getting food to go, it would be $15 to $20. Now I'm buying my groceries at Trader Joe's because Publix, I don't even want to know about Publix. It's so expensive right now. Trader Joe's is half the price. Go there. 3, every time I go to the mall or go shopping, I'm going to ask myself, do I really need it or do I just want it in the moment? It's crazy how much we buy that we don't really need. It's like I have all this makeup, all perfumes, clothes. I don't need more. 4, I track what I spend. A couple years ago, I was not tracking anything and my bank account would be going low. Now I'm looking at everything that I spend, seeing what I really need, what I don't need. This is why I'm working hard and building my career. But as we know, in any career, right away, you're not going to make the most amount of money. That's why I will be very careful with my money and what I spend it on. One last thing, Charlotte. Okay, bye guys.
Things that are super cheap that you should stock up on. Let's start with sopita. If you're Mexican, then you know, super easy, budget friendly. These are the little alphabet ones. These are the vermicelli noodles. These are the fideo noodles, 44 cents a pack. And this is dinner. Add some potatoes to it, add some pinto beans to it. Dinner, super cheap, super easy. Don't need much to cook it. I have multiple packs of these. Rice. I get this 5-pound bag at Walmart and I still have more than half of another pack of these. I just went ahead and restocked on another one since I was there. I want to say this was less than $4 for sure, like 3 something. Big bag of beans. Right now, Sam's has this bag of beans on sale for less than $9. 12 pounds, really good. I just need to find a way to store this in my rice without bugs getting into it. When I was looking at the sopitas, I found these mac and cheese, and these are Ninja Turtle mac and cheese. They were less than 50 cents each, and my son's going to love these. And all this stuff is shelf stable. Big box noodles, these are our favorite noodles, super cheap. Along with canned goods and pasta sauces, because those have been going on sale a lot, so I've been stocking up there. Oatmeal and tuna, you need canned meat. And water, of course, so we just ordered 5 packs from Sam's.
My favorite places to prep for cheap. For food, my favorite is probably Walmart. You can get a lot of the great value brands of stuff for pretty affordable. They have a ton of stuff that's under $1. Their canned foods are my favorite out of any place that I buy canned foods. Next on my list is Aldi. Aldi is very affordable, especially if you're looking for canned foods, soups, tuna, things that last a long time. They also have a lot of really great freezer items. I also like Dollar General. So basically there's a Dollar General on every corner, so everyone has access to it. But on Saturdays, they offer a $5 off of 25 coupon every Saturday. So if you have an extra $20, you can go and stock up. They also accept manufacturer coupons for gear, for lack of a better word. Dollar Tree is going to be my favorite. They have some hidden gems in a lot of their stuff. You can stock up on so many things from Dollar Tree that are great, even with their price increases. Next, again, is going to be Walmart. They just have their own brand, their store brand of so many things that you can buy for way more affordable than name brand. And then again, Aldi. So the Isle of Shame and Aldi, they get all kinds of random stuff. I've gotten really nice tarps for cheap there. I saw they had pepper spray one time. It's always worth a look, especially if you're in there to stock up on food.